extent, I don't want, you said I prefer not to have anyone on the SRA. Can you explain? And thank you for coming back and clarifying that. I feel like people serving on these committees need to have some knowledge in the sports activity. They need to have some kind of background on it. But if you get somebody that don't, then you don't know what we're talking about. So, I don't have any problem with it.
I think you've got things covered in these applications. One person has softball, baseball, and cheerleading. One person has baseball, softball, basketball. I have grandchildren that participate in SRA, and, you know, I understand, I think what you're saying now, and I agree that we shouldn't have anybody involved in the board that would be making decisions. But from what I can tell here about these people, that's not what is there. They said they were coach, assistant coach, and a volunteer. It doesn't say they served on the board, and I assume you asked them.
Specifically requested that information from either one of them to serve on any athletic, any boards of any athletic organizations.
To exclude former and current members of the SRA or coaches that haven't been on the SRA voting board would exclude 3/4 of the people in town of Summerfield. And because everybody that signed up for child play in the last 40 years anyway, we remember, they exclude all those people, they exclude everybody.
I would say exclude people that have been on the SRA. I'm just talking about active members.
What's the difference?
The difference
You
is
pay
you
$40.
have a vested interest in promoting the SRA and its wants and needs, and there's nothing wrong with that. If I had a kid playing ball, I'd be doing the same thing, but I don't think someone like that should be negotiating or having anything to do with how we spend our money.
I think what we want is what's best for the kids.
Yes.
And in order to accomplish that, I think we need people that are involved
In sports.
in what's happening now.
Do they have to belong to that particular group?
Well, if they live in Summerfield, they pretty much
Well,
have to.
this committee does not have members that are required to live in Summerfield. And Michael stated that from the get-go, that it would be made up of people that are Summerfield residents and non-Summerfield residents.
That's what it is now.
It's my understanding that over half of the kids don't live in Summerfield, so why can't you solicit non-residents?
Well, just solicit residents that are SRA coaches, or just people that live outside of town limits. I'm just trying to understand what you're asking, I'm trying to figure out.
My brain is just tired. I'm concerned about the appearance of an impropriety. I have a stack of SRA documents, and I can't talk about this, but I have a stack of SRA documents this high. I have a lot of concerns. And I really don't think that any SRA members, regardless of whether they hold a post or not, at this point should be on this committee. And that's all I can say. I can't talk about it right now.
I think that's part of the problem is the cloud that the organization is under right now. If the past events had not happened, most probably I would have given it a second thought. That's always in the back of my mind. And that is a problem for me.
The people that are involved with SRA, we made up 2 of 5 committee slots.
3.
No,
Oh.
is it?
Ms. Taylor Dean is not.
I don't remember that her children may be not playing it, but they're close to soccer, right? So they're not a majority, they're not on the board. And in order to satisfy the last issue of negotiation contract, proposal can be made that instead of negotiating through the committee, the negotiation either takes place by myself, attorney, or that you all appoint 2, 3 people to be part of that negotiation.
what I want to see is kids have ball fields and the town of Summerfield gets the biggest bang for their buck that we can. I don't want to spend any more money than we have to, but I want it to be a job well done. And I'm still concerned about this. We're building these ball fields, but we don't know exactly who's going to use them and how they're going to pay for it. Or are we just going to let them use it for free? I don't know any of that. That's a little concerning. You keep saying, well, most probably it'll be the SRA. Well, suppose they decide they don't want it, or suppose they decide, hey, we don't want to pay for it. You've got the ball fields, you need us more than we need you, we don't want to pay for it.
We don't need them.
My concern is that there's nothing that I can see, you know, I like to see stuff right now, exactly how these ball fields are going to be used, that they're going to be leased at X amount of dollars and we're going to get a return on our money, or it's going to pay for itself. That's one of my concerns about this. I'd like that question answered before we start
We're not even
actually
sure
building.
how many baseball fields we'll have or how many soccer fields we'll have. You can't get those questions answered till you get.
Well, don't you know how many you're going to build in the beginning? I have no idea. I thought it said one ball field, multi-use of one soccer
Well,
field.
that's what we're working on. Just trying to figure out exactly what we actually can do.
But,
That really doesn't have anything to do with appointing committee members like me.
no, you're right, I'm sorry.
I still go back to what, to Michael, what you said, what you said, you prefer not to, or we're not going to appoint any SRA members to this committee. Because of the cloud that is over the entire association that we cannot discuss, I do not think that this is a good idea. It has nothing to do with the quality of these people. I think they're fine. I'm sure they're fine with this. It has to do with the process. That's always been my concern. So the town has been the process.
I can't see the importance someone on the SRA to this committee is going to put the town in any light. The cloud that Ms. Strickland was talking about over the SRA, that's just, I don't know what she's got, but
I can't
you
talk
can't
about
hold it against everybody that's on the SRA. Because it's involving a few individuals, and then she condemning everybody on the SRA. So I can't see where that
I'm not
comes
condemning everybody on the
into.
SRA, John. I can't talk about it, okay?
Okay, and I'm not asking you to talk about it. But I can't see it. And to me, you got good qualified people here at knowledgeable in all the fields. We got softball, basketball, we got soccer. These are the people that knows. I don't. So I see no problem in they're not board members, so they don't have a vote, and it won't have an effect on the decision or anything. So I think we're gonna move forward with it.
We have a motion to that effect.
Okay, I'll make it a motion.
Can we vote on them separately? Are we voting on both people at the same time, or can we?
Listen to my motion.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to appoint Joseph Murray and Gail Taylor Bean to the Athletic Advisory Committee. Also to appoint Ms. Catherine Kate Rankin to the Parks and Recreation.
We haven't got that discussion yet.
Okay?
That's what I asked Mr. Ray, can we vote on Mr. Marion and Ms. Taylor being separate?
Separate. Well, we'll split it up then, if that makes you happy.